This tweet by Max 6 hours ago is so on point that I wanted to make a video and just share it with you guys and see your thoughts in the comments. Let's read it. Maxime Bernier. Do you really want these cowards to represent you in Parliament? And then he's sharing Colin Kerry, the Conservative, his statement in regards to him and Allison and Lewis meeting with Christine Anderson after whatever pressures came from Pierre and the Conservatives to vilify her and to slander her as vile and racist with unfounded basis. They have no facts. If they're going to make some slander, well, why don't you attach the facts to it? Show us what she has done that you think is vile and racist. Don't just throw these words out because we know there's nothing to it because you can't show us anything to it. We've all been following her for quite a while, and she's been one of the few people in the world speaking up about what's going on with the totalitarianism, the authoritarianism, the dictators, and specifically in Canada and in Australia. And so again, let's read Colin's statement that Max shared. I profoundly regret attending a meeting without having sought the input of my staff and without having undertaken a fulsome vetting of the individuals or organizations with whom I was meeting. Coward. Coward indeed, Max. I love your choice of words. These guys are cowards. And then, of course, the statement real quick. Dean Allison, the Member of Parliament for Niagara West, Glanbrook, and Colin Kerry, and the Member of Parliament for Oshawa, Leslie Lewis, the Member of Parliament for Norfolk, released the following statement. Now, keep in mind that we do not know whether Leslyn Lewis even knew about this statement because Max said he heard on the back channels that she didn't even know about this press release. Nobody informed her about it and using her name. They just did it. And so how does she feel about that? So we'll hear from her in the future. And of course, she actually came out and she did come out and say, about this and how Trudeau was calling her a racist in his speech. And then, of course, Trudeau was blackface himself. And let's make this comparison. I'm not, you are. But again, it is, of course, not uncommon for members of Parliament to meet with visiting elected officials from other countries. During a visit, we recently met with an elected representative of the European Parliament while she was in Canada. We were not aware of the views and associations of her and her political party. We do not share or endorse her views and strongly condemn any views that are racist and hateful. Yeah, what views? What views? Maybe some people on the bottom there should give Buddy an email. Sorry, I got to kind of cover it up. There's that alt thing, but 613-943-0117 is Colin's email or phone number, and OLOBCOCOM at parl.gc.ca. Maybe some people should throw some emails and tell what you guys think about this statement and the slander, and ask for some proof about why they're slandering and calling her vile and racist to Christine Anderson. I'm sure they won't have much to say because they would have said it already. Do not gaslight me. Do not manipulate me into thinking that these values which our society stands for suddenly mean something else. Yes, and I showed this video in a previous video, Christine Anderson.
The citizens in Germany.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Cheers.
Or the citizens in the member states of EU who I represent will be able to enjoy. And unless whatever values you're talking about do not match these values that I just talked about, then I'm sorry, you are not fighting for the values that the Western democracies are supposed to stand for. So don't give me this crap about tolerance and, respect and all of that. They fill these words with ideology that do not represent the core values of what Europeans and the Western world stands for, which our fathers and forefathers have fought for and spilled their blood over, literally spilled their blood over, to ensure that their children would be able to enjoy these values. So do not blow my mind, do not gaslight me, do not manipulate me into thinking that these values which our society stands on suddenly means something else, because it doesn't. What they're proclaiming is communism, is totalitarianism, authoritarianism, and I will never stand for that.